So Nicki Minaj spoke out and appeared to take shots at Jay-Z after Kendrick Lamar was chosen instead of Lil Wayne for the 2025 Super Bowl in New Orleans. Now listen, I totally get Nicki. Like Nicki, Lil Wayne gave Nicki life. Nicki Minaj was a talented battle rapper wearing fatigues back in the day, and Wayne signed her to Young Money, and she became the living legend she is today. We wouldn't have the bars, we wouldn't have any of this stuff if Wayne didn't sign Nicki. So I totally understand Nicki protecting Wayne. She loves Wayne, so I totally understand it. But the thing people got to understand is when they choose artists to perform at the Super Bowl, it's not regional. It's never been regional. They just choose who's ever the biggest artist is or who's hot at the time. So I remember a few years ago for Atlanta, like people were incensed that Maroon 5 was the act instead of Jermaine Dupri or So Def or Usher. So and I don't know why Maroon 5 was chosen. I like Maroon 5, but they were chosen. And Big Boy came out from Outkast. So Big Boy performed, I think, and I think Travis Scott performed, even though Travis Scott is from Texas. It's not Atlanta, it's Texas. Last year, the Super Bowl was in Las Vegas. The Killers were from Las Vegas. I think Imagine Dragons are based out of Las Vegas. Neo's from Las Vegas. Panic at the Disco's from Las Vegas. So you had Las Vegas acts, but they didn't go with Vegas act. They chose the Atlanta act. They chose Usher. Why did they choose Usher? Because Usher was a hot name last year. Usher had the hot name because his Vegas residency and all that stuff came out about Keke Palmer. And by product of that, Usher's popularity just shot through the roof. His popularity was massive last year. Usher had a great year last year, in the beginning part of this year too. So Jay-Z went with the hot name, and Usher put on a great performance in Las Vegas. But he wasn't from Las Vegas. It's just, there's no rhyme or reason how Jay-Z choose these acts. There's no rhyme or reason how they choose any of these acts. I'm sure the person they probably really wanted was Taylor Swift with the whole Kansas City Kelsey thing. So I'm sure they really wanted Taylor Swift, but either Taylor would be on tour, or Taylor, if Kansas City goes to the Super Bowl, she can't really perform and be there for Travis. So I think as long as she's dating Travis Kelsey, Taylor Swift will probably never perform at the Super Bowl because she wants to see him play. But if they ever break up, she probably will perform there. So let's get back to Wayne. Even if Kendrick Lamar says, you know what, the streets are talking, and the streets are saying that I need to invite Wayne. Even if Kendrick Lamar invites Lil Wayne to perform at the Super Bowl, he can't. Wayne can't do it. If you remember, I just said Wayne signed Nicki Minaj. So a lot of you know this already. So if you know this, I apologize. But there's some people who don't know. The same time he signed Nicki, he signed Drake. Just like Wayne gave life to Nicki, Wayne gave life to Drake. He loves Drake. Drake loves him. Nicki and Drake loves each other. That's a trio of love. Wayne would never do that to Drake. Now, I don't think Wayne has any beef with Kendrick, but the fact that Drake does have beef with Kendrick, Wayne would never. Can you imagine Wayne performing Lollipop and Kendrick saying, "Man, I love Lil Wayne, one of the icons, one of the greats. Thank you, Wayne." Now we go perform Not Like Us. Can you imagine Wayne coming off the stage and Kendrick Lamar performing Not Like Us? That would be a slap in the face to the six. No, that would never happen. Now, the only way Wayne would do that, let's say Kendrick does invite Wayne, he would have to call Drake and ask him what does he think. Now, Drake could say, listen, my beef is with Kendrick. It's not with you. So if you have a chance to represent your city in New Orleans, go do it. That's the only way I can see Wayne doing that, is if he called Drake and Drake said, you got my blessing. It's about the city, not my beef with him. It's about the city. Now, but I think Drake might say, you could, but I hate that dude, man. And I love you, so it'd be tough. So no, I don't think Wayne would ever do that to Drake. Now, will Wayne maybe perform next year or the next year after? Sure, there's always a chance that Wayne will perform, but I just can't, just because of the Drake beef with Kendrick, even if he was asked, Wayne just can't do it. Now, the thing that people are missing here is there's a ton of artists from New Orleans, not just Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's a hit maker. He's a legend. But there's other guys too. So I wouldn't be surprised if we might see a Juvenile, if we might see a Master P, if we might see a Silk the Shock. And also, there's a ton of jazz artists from New Orleans. Trombone Shorty, the Marcelluses, what is that? The Preservation Hall with all those jazz guys. Like, there's so many great jazz performers down there. And you got Southern University, so I'm sure the marching band would be part of this too. Kendrick is a very musical guy, so I think he's going to use all the musical influences of New Orleans is going to be part of this. So yes, it might not be Lil Wayne, but I feel like New Orleans will be well represented, wrapped around Kendrick Lamar. So do I get why people want to see Wayne perform? Hell yeah. But again, they've never gone regional. They just gone by who's the hot person at the time, or, who's available.